The morning sun spilled across our small backyard like it was trying too hard to be cheerful. Blue streamers drooped between the fence posts, brushing the grass with streaks of color. I knelt to tape a folding chair in place, feeling the rough fabric under my fingers. Leo, 10, bounced a soccer ball between his hands, cheeks flushed with excitement. He didn't see the invisible weight pressing down on me yet. I've always been precise: numbers, schedules, receipts. It's how I survive. Today, it was just me, Leo, and 6 kids from the street. Mom promised. My sister Courtney, my brother Nate, Aunt Coco, they all said they'd come. I lined up water bottles along the porch railing and taped a trash bag to the fence. Everything had a place. Everything except them. The pizza arrived. I hesitated, imagining a procession of cars turning onto our street, only to meet the empty folding chairs. The delivery driver peeked over my shoulder. "You're good," he said. And I smiled woodenly, like a puppet performing emotions it didn't feel. Leo's laughter echoed in the yard. He kicked off his shoes, sprinted to the inflatable soccer goal, and didn't notice the empty seats or my phone vibrating quietly in my pocket. At 3:11 p.m., a text from my mother appeared. "Don't be dramatic. It's just a kid's party." I reread it. Twice. A slap disguised as casual words. Leo jogged over with frosting on his lip. "Dad, can we cut the cake?" "Of course," I said. We sang. He blew out the candles in one breath. I clapped, heart racing, fighting tears that weren't just about him. They were about all the empty chairs, all the dashed promises. When I stepped inside, knife in hand, the screen door squeaked. Another text: "We'll catch the next one. Today's insane. Brunch mimosas. Self-care Sunday on a Saturday with my people." I set the phone down. I had always been the fixer, the one who remembers everyone's birthdays, everyone's favorite side dish, who pays debts no one else sees. But today, I let it go. I breathed in the scent of sugar, sunscreen, and charcoal. Leo was happy. That was enough. Later, when he fell asleep on the couch with a slice of pizza in his hand, I stared at the ceiling. Something shifted inside me, a new line drawn. No one would use me as a ledger ever again. Not for Leo, not for me. A week later, the family chat erupted. My mother, sweet 16, $2,100 per person. Venmo me. Don't forget Grandma. Courtney chimed in, casually expecting me to coordinate everything. Nate asked if there was an open bar. The numbers blurred on the screen, absurd, heavy. My chest tightened. I made a spreadsheet, columns for what I do, columns for what they ask. Soccer fees, dentist bills, grocery runs, mine. $2,100 deposits, unpaid invoices, they assumed mine. The mental arithmetic pressed on me. I typed no, then deleted it. Leo didn't notice the tension. He practiced Lego constructions, his tiny hands precise and focused. He never saw the spreadsheets or the texts. He only saw his dad and felt safe. That was my anchor. I had learned to separate the chaos from the calm, to shelter him from adult nonsense. The family continued to post photos, brunches, vacations. Each image a reminder that my labor, my patience, my loyalty had been invisible. But I kept careful notes, receipts, screenshots, small threads of proof against a tide of entitlement. One afternoon, the PDF arrived. My cousin in a tiara, ballroom orchids, gelato sculptures, my name listed as a sponsor without consent. I stared. Then slowly, I typed one line in Venmo, $1. Congratulations. No paragraphs. No apology. Just a mirror held to absurdity. Changing the locks was next. The hardware store had already cut the keys. 10 minutes later, the deadbolt turned, smooth and final. The room felt lighter. Leo still played. He didn't notice. That was good. 2 days later, a knock at the door. Officers. Welfare check. My heart beat steadily, one part irritation, one part resolve. Leo, in pajamas, watched cartoons. "We're fine," I said calmly. I slid screenshots and emails across the counter. Evidence stacked neatly. They scanned the house, polite, professional. No weapons. No danger. They nodded to Leo. He gave a solemn thumbs up. It was surreal. My family weaponized concern to intimidate me. I could feel the absurdity and injustice together, wrapped in a cold, precise clarity. That was the moment I realized boundaries aren't just suggestions, they are shields. When they left, I could finally breathe. Peace wasn't loud or celebratory. It was the quiet, the ability to live in my house without someone else claiming it, dictating terms, or erasing my son's happiness. Mom tried a new tactic, faux apology, dressed as investment. Please support. Sweet 16 is important. I laughed quietly. Leo played blocks on the floor. His world was small, safe, joyful. Mine had been a battlefield. I documented everything. Emails, screenshots, deposits, receipts, boundaries. I created a folder named Receipts/Boundaries. Each click, each save, reinforced the line I would not let anyone cross. Evenings became ours. Milkshakes at sunset. Lego battles. Stories about pirates and astronauts. No texts, no demands. Just quiet. Just presence. I realized the world could exist differently if I allowed it. The Sweet 16 arrived. Mom, Courtney, Nate, each post, each photo, each glittery exaggeration, tumbled into the void. My name wasn't on any materials. My consent, my labor, my patience, had boundaries now. Leo and I played basketball at the park. His laughter bounced off the hoops and backboard. Nothing else existed. No invoices. No family theatrics. Just him and me. I felt a satisfaction sharper than anger, sweeter than revenge. This wasn't about winning. This was about protecting, nurturing, claiming peace. The week following, texts came. Aunt Nora, you did right. Cousins, we see you. My house hummed differently. Furniture, air, and light all rearranged for quiet. Leo slept soundly. I slept even more deeply. Days later, a card arrived. Handwriting clumsy, hearts drawn, $2 taped inside. Leo grinned like he'd found treasure. I took the picture, stored it privately, and let the moment exist untouched. No guilt. No angry explanations. Just life as it should be, measured, calm, loving. I held the line. I let Leo's joy guide me. I realized then, family is what you protect, not what you endure. And love, parental love, can survive everything else if you make it the center. I put the phone down, held him close, and breathed. The house, for the first time, was ours. The rest of the world could wait.